Hello there, do you want to know what I think? Well, I'm going to tell you. Here is some Trews with views. Sea of Trees! What advice do you have for a 22-year-old that was forced to quit her first corporate job out of college due to mental health, goes to therapy twice a week, suffers severely from anxiety and panic attacks, had a traumatic childhood and seeks inner peace and stability? I value your wisdom and love these types of videos. Are you that person? Because you know a lot about them. If it's not you, Sea of Trees. Carl Young, who I'm always all about, says that anything time something unexpected crosses his path, he sees that as divine intervention. So look at this. You thought you were going to be doing a corporate job. It didn't work out for you because of mental health. What is mental health? I say it's some sort of unmanifest energy in you seeking to be heard. Like say you sort of just are having anxiety attacks, that's something in you's going, I don't like going down this path. Unless you believe in a biomechanical model where things happen in a detached way and have no relationship to your essence, to your core, to your experience of personhood. But me, I feel like a human being is a lot like any entity. It has a sort of a trajectory of growth that it would like to get into. Look, me, when I think of myself as a kid, I was always trying to get in this direction of becoming some sort of creative show-off artist person, and I kept getting derailed by drug addiction and obsession with materialism and looking for solution in the material world. You've gone down a comparable path. You've had childhood trauma. It's very difficult to recover from that stuff, but these wounds that you experienced as a child, they will become the salve. The wound becomes the salve. You will find information and freedom in the analysis of these points that caused you to go off your intended path. Roman. Hi Russell, I met this girl last night. She seems like a really nice girl. I kind of like her, but then I found out she's pregnant. Do you think I should keep dating her? Actually, I do. I think just carry on and see what happens and be really nice to her and try and look at the world not as some amusement park for your but a place where you get to practice compassion and love. Don't expect this pregnant woman to resolve your problems. Don't look at her as a commodity. Look at her as a manifestation of some divine force that you can be of service to. That's what I would do. It's what I've always done. And that's why I've got such a brilliant reputation for the way I've treated women historically without a single blemish on my record. Buck your ideas up, son. Corbett Zayfish. What music do you listen to? A lot of Indian music, like a lot of Ravi Shankar, things like that. And a lot of lullaby covers of Nirvana songs and Metallica at the moment, and then sort of traditional lullabies, and this noise I listen to an awful lot. That's called pink noise. I listen to it nearly all of the time because it's one way of making my baby daughter be subdued into some sort of manageable silence. I had a falling out with my mum over Trump, says Lincoln. She fervently supports him. I got sick of her blanket statement. I love this blanket. Her blanket statement that all who didn't support him were morons or idiots. I have to admit, I did not act out of love. My frustration got the better of me. I feel she's toxic. What would you do? I feel I don't have a family anymore. The only way back is forgiveness. Forgive your mother immediately. Try to see that you've got more in common than will ever separate you. Love her. Forgive her. Relinquish your right to control the opinions of other people. Just give benevolently and lovingly to her. She's only doing what she thinks best. You're only doing what you think is best. These things you'll start to realise are just detached symbols passing through the material mechanical world. Don't fall out of it. Your spirit is limitless and infinite. Never prioritise the material world over the spiritual world. And that's why I'm selling these laptops now at £1 only for a special limited time. It's not my laptop. I've not got any right to sell it. This pen then? No. None of it. Just try to work on forgiveness. Forgiveness is an important tool. Learn about the Forgiveness Project if you want to know more. It was a really interesting thing where people that have aggrieved one another get together and resolve their differences, whether it's like victims of terrorism, violence. It's extremely inspiring, and forgiveness is not something we talk about enough today. Well, I do, because I'm obsessed with it. So forgive your mum. Dear Russell, says Joe Kai, how come we can love the smell of our own farts but not each other? Do you mean each other's farts, or we can't love each other's? My friend Matt says it's because I must have been given farmyard, well, I was given farmyard toys for doing stools as a boy, so I associate my own farts with a delightful little toy cow, or perhaps some hens, but all the chicks are stuck to one base, which I did not like. So I think the reason we like our own farts is because our potty training was one of the early reward systems that we experienced, and the reason we don't like other people's farts is because you imagine molecules of excretia going into your respiratory system, and even if you think I'm not going to smell it, I'll just breathe through my mouth, you're eating farticles. That's some true news. I'm probably the cleverest person I've ever met. Subscribe here.
Is a tool that is abused to fool you and to leave you scared and confused. Trews is like the news. If the news was true, I want some Trews. Let's have some Trews.